Hello, everyone, and welcome. I thought I'd try something different, just a little bit of music to kind of welcome you all in. And I'm Christine with 24 Karat Healing. And yes, this is the Power of Healing Your Energy show. I thought I would surprise everyone, including myself. This is an impromptu show. This is a solo show. Occasionally, I do solo shows. And something that's been on my mind, I mean, I've been seeing it come up quite a bit. I have quite a few colleagues that talk about this subject. And this is something that personally has happened to me and some people that I know as well. And they call it domestic violence. Honestly, I think it should just be called violence, period. Um, do no harm, as they say, but take no shit. Um, right? Um, and why am I bringing this up? Because October is Domestic Violence Month. Personally, I feel it should be every day, every month, just like a whole bunch of other things. But I think just really doing the right thing and being in service, kindness, compassion, healing, unconditional love. Really, that's why we're here. And forgiveness. Let's not forget about that because forgiveness releases me and releases the other person. And that's where the healing starts. So, hi, Anne Marie. So nice to see you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. If this is your first time, say hello. Let me know where you're from. You can also send me a message through your favorite podcast as well. And we are live streaming on YouTube and through Facebook as well. So thank you so much. I went and looked up stats. I mean, it makes me wonder, who collects these stats. I mean, there are a lot of people that don't talk about stuff like that. It's what do we say? It's a shame based, or it's a shame culture, or it's a cancel culture. Oh yeah, we love that one, don't we? And I say poo poo to that. I'm sorry, but if you're dismissing, I think that's the word, dismissing people. And I've heard this, throughout my life. I don't know about you, but someone's being abused. There's that couple, there's something off. He seems very aggressive, very controlling, very, whatever it is, you see it, you know it. That's your intuition, that's your gut. And it's time we stop just bypassing it or saying it's not my problem. I'm not going to get involved. Stuff like that. That's garbage. I don't believe in it. But here is stats. Yeah, this one. Every minute, 20 people are physically abused by an intimate partner. This is just the United States, okay? And then they had estimates published by the World Health Organization. They indicate globally that 1 in 3, 30% of women worldwide have been subjected to either physical and or sexual intimate partner violence or even non-partner sexual violence in their lifetime. I didn't find any stats for men through the World Health Organization, which I think is interesting. Maybe you might know, let me know. I mean, do you work in this realm? Helping men, women, whoever it happens to be, helping people get through it. And it's not just physical, okay? It is mental, it is emotional, it is even spiritual. I will say financial. I'm all about 360-degree healing. It's all of it in relationships. And it could be in your family as well. I mean, there's so many dynamics happening right now. Even before, we're seeing it come under the microscope. Maybe we're seeing this for the first time. We have new eyes. We're all opening our one eye, our collective eye, our one vision. Um, and let's just say it's not pretty. I'm sure it's not just me, but the stuff you're seeing, you're like, oh man, woo. Once you, as I say, open up to your intuition, open up your gifts, start seeing things, hearing things, feeling. Those are all your clairs. Once you activate your clairs, your chakras, your kundalini, whatever whatever term works for you and resonates with you, you cannot shut it off. Okay? So I had Carrie Hummingbird on the show 2 weeks ago, and she wrote a book about the second wave. There's more. There's so many waves, man. And let me know. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one, depending on the day, what's going on. I'm seeing a lot of, things being brought to the surface, and we're definitely talking more about what we will no longer tolerate, what we will no longer pretend is not happening, what we will no longer bypass, what we will no longer um, I want to say addictions, stuffing, trauma, triggers, wounds, whatever it is, we can't do that anymore. That's what I'm saying. Um, Hi, Patty. Nice to see you. And yes, this your first time in Halifax. Yay! Well, shout out to everyone on the East Coast. Thank you so much for being here. Sending you lots of love. I'm on the opposite side. I'm on the West Coast, close to Vancouver. So, and yeah, you're right, Patty. Some are ashamed to admit it. And yeah, I absolutely was. I was embarrassed. I thought I would be, the gossip or people wouldn't believe me. Um, I was fiercely independent and thought I could do everything myself, until I had, a phone call. And this is with my youngest. I called the cops on my partner because he was becoming aggressive and increasingly belligerent, aggressive, controlling, all of that. And I could see it escalating. So I phoned, and I remember these words. I mean, this happened when Connor was under a year old. Okay. He's now 23. He said, "Get out." He said, "It will not get better. Get out. It will not get better. You cannot fix it." And especially, yeah, like there's Patty is saying, due to the pandemic, the abusive rates are increasingly high. Of course, people are living in fear. People are panicked. People are grabbing anything, including, alcohol, food, sex, gambling, shopping, you name it. We're looking for outer and outer and outer. And I watched a clip from Russell Brand. I don't know if you follow him, but he's a pretty amazing guy. Um, and he had Sadhguru on, and Sadhguru said, "We are in the consumerism. We are always looking for everything outside of ourselves, and we just keep shopping and buying and buying and buying." And I think what really stood out is he said, "We have our foot on the accelerator and there's no steering wheel." I'm like, "Thank you." And then, of course, that makes me think of Jesus take the wheel. Because really, when you have all of this coming out, when you don't know what to do, I say fall on your knees if you can get on your knees. Put it on the altar and give it to God. That's it. Say, "I know nothing and you're in control," because when we yeah, it's all about control. And that's what this abuse is. It is all about control. Um, we all want to know that we're going to be safe and secure, and we have to have a plan. Um, there is no plan. You know who has the plan? God does. God has the plan. And you have to have the faith, the patience. I pulled the patience card today for myself. I don't know about you, but I pull cards every day. Um, Course in Miracles I read from. These are things that you have in your, like they say, your spiritual toolkit. You've got to find something. You got to build your inner sanctuary. You've got to start putting out feelers. Like if you're in a situation, and I know many times it's financial, why you are in that situation, because your partner, whoever it happens to be, usually has control of the finances. Usually has control, or they're bringing home most of the money, right? Um, Very good to start putting money away whenever you can. Pay yourself. I'm sure you've heard this. Pay yourself 10% of whatever you make. Um, Very, very important. And have a plan. You've got to have a plan. Um, and it reminds me of the show, The Maid on Netflix. I don't know if you've watched it. Maybe you've heard about it. Maybe you're like, ah, another Netflix show, really? Okay, I get it. That's your, ego being dismissive and saying it's not for you. If that, you got to watch it. You got to at least try one episode. I thought, okay, I'm going to be open to this because I tell my clients to be open to everything, right? Be open to everything. And I think Wayne Dyer says that, be open to everything. And don't dismiss. Don't dismiss because you're dismissing yourself. And don't be attached to anything. So open and non-attached, not detached, which is dismissive. And attached means obviously, codependency. There's some type of attachment, right? And codependency is huge. It's part of that cycle as well. It's part of that violence, whether it's emotional. And emotional, you can't see those scars. They don't show, but they stay with you forever, like you're some. I want to say like some patchwork or some doll, that you just keep adding little accessories to. That's weird how I'm seeing this, but Um, yeah, and it carries with you, and then it becomes like baggage. And they say, "Oh, that person has baggage." And it's like, "Yeah, you're right because I carry it around because I'm so used to it and it gets comfortable and I like having that weight and that heaviness." But after a while, it really starts to wear on you, and that's where you have your dark night of the soul. That's where you have your spiritual awakening, when you just say, "Okay, I'm done. I surrender. I surrender." Patty's card was balance. Yeah, that's beautiful. Balance, patience. Hi, Marcia. So nice to see you. Yeah, sending out love and light to you as well. Thank you so much for being here. Interesting. Marcia is saying she used to work with women who are abused, and the number one statement from them was, "I am afraid to leave. He, she will find me." Yes, absolutely. And that's part of that control, and that's part of that attachment, and that's part of that codependency. Um, and even though it's not true, I mean, sure they can find you, but they really want to gauge, if they still have control over you and how you respond to it. And I had so many amazing people help me, even though I was living in a shelter, like a women's shelter, and I was taking the bus to work with a toddler. It was, yeah, those were tough times, I'd have to say. Honestly, I feel that has made me the person I am today. Now, I'm not saying everyone has to go through this, but what they say is you go through it and you grow. You really see how strong you are for the next event in your life. And anyone who thinks that they're just going to coast through without being, marked scathed, truly has not lived. It's really, we need to treat each other, as they say, the way we would want to treat others is the way we treat ourselves. Um, so I'm not putting blame on anything. I will say this, women were, told to behave a certain way, and so were men. And men were definitely shamed, to not cry, to not show emotions, to be the provider, to be the bank account, whatever it was, and to just keep going, going, going. And now men are reclaiming, their feminine side, and we're reclaiming all of it, feminine, masculine. We're doing all the work together, all of it. Um, Yeah, and Patty also says emotional is the worst. No proof that they were physical. Yeah, Exactly. It's really good. That's why I love journaling, to journal, to keep track of everything, everything they say, everything they do. I remember that in court that you needed to, keep a journal. And same thing if you're being harassed at work, you need to keep track of times and dates and who is saying what. And it does, when you go back and read it, it's really, yeah, it's healing, but at the same time, it's like, wow, I went through all of that and here I am. So it gives you proof that you are stronger than you think you are. Because many times we put roadblocks in front of ourselves. And, I'm here today to tell everybody, if you are struggling, you know, if you're scared, ask for help. It's not easy getting out, and we're here to help. So send me a message, send a friend a message, send somebody you trust a message that you need to get help, or you need to have a plan. Um, and I'm just going to look up the numbers. There's numbers. You can just Google domestic violence, and there are resources, there's helplines. They can start, getting you going with resources. And maybe you're thinking, oh, I don't know if it is or not. They can help you decide on that as well. Of course, if you're in immediate danger, you call 911. Um, Now, National Domestic Violence Hotline, I have the numbers here. Let me know if you need the numbers. I can send them to you privately as well. Um, but yeah, this other one in four women and one in nine men experience severe intimate partner physical violence, intimate partner contact, sexual violence, intimate partner stalking. Impacts is injury, fearfulness, post traumatic stress disorder. We wonder why everybody is trauma triggered. We all have a form of some type of PTSD, especially what we're seeing, especially on social media, depending on, and please don't watch the news. I find that's, if you're trying to heal, that will just eh, unravel it all. So you just have to be aware of that. They're talking about sexually transmitted diseases, and, it's from slapping, shoving, pushing, threats of violence. And then, as they say, some are not considered as domestic. Um, and one in seven women and one in 25 men have been injured by an intimate partner. One in 10 women have been raped by an intimate partner. Yep, I can speak for that. And it's interesting, data is unavailable on male victims, and that's from the National Center of Domestic Violence. So that's interesting. I know that they're trying to collect more data, and um, I'm sure I mean, you guys know. I'm sure you know somebody, right? We all have known somebody, and sometimes it's been ourselves. And sometimes it's been our parents, right? Sisters, brothers, acquaintances, someone in school, right? Um, Anne Marie is just saying, I did help a male friend of mine who was abused by his now ex wife. Yes. Interesting. He was mortified to even speak the words that he was being abused. I bet. All the verbal, physical, and mental abuse he went through was little by little just killing him. It took years for him to get himself back. It was a journey. He leaned on us, his friends, and he let us help. God bless him. He got his power back. Everything you're saying, yeah, getting your power back and walking forward and knowing that when you're coming out of this, you're actually like a catalyst for somebody else. It's like you're a way shower. You're going to help somebody else get out of this. Um, and what a strong man, a strong friend that you have. Thank you for sharing that. And yes, God bless him. Absolutely. Hi, Shula. Nice to see you. She's just saying, she went through something similar and it was so awful. It is. I think what it really shows us truly is that we're just not going to stand by and watch any type of abuse, no matter what it is. And I'm talking animals as well, any type of abuse, the Mother Nature. What we do to the earth, we do to ourselves. I've said this many times. We are stewards of the earth, and we should be stewards of each other, of each other. And because we are collectively rising in consciousness, we are going to collectively see more of the abuses coming forward and to surface, things that have been hidden, all the shadow stuff. It is all coming out. And I'm going to say it. Yeah, they're trying to attack us. They're trying to attack, they're trying to trigger, they're trying to re-traumatize anything that, maybe is not healed. So it's a great time to look at it. And I'm speaking from experience. Just because of the work I do does not mean I am not, I'm human. We're all human, right? And we're going through this spiritual experience. And we did sign up for this. We may say, no, I don't want it. I want it to go back, to 2019. Um, it's not. Why would we go backwards? We're unraveling and unwinding and retruthing and finding our freedom and finding out how absolutely amazing we are after eons and eons of ego, ego-based, living in fear, um, being attached to titles and certifications and going to college. And, I'm not saying don't go to college and all that, but being in debt for thousands and thousands of dollars. I mean, the big joke is, your bones would be revealed before your student loan was paid off, right? So that is just old, outdated. It's old paradigm. And I've talked about that. We're in the new paradigm, and that's why we're talking more and more about violence in any form. We're not funny. Here comes. I saw Dee Snider yesterday on a video clip, and he was singing "We're Not Gonna Take It." Yeah, remember that song? Go and watch it. If you forgot about it, go watch that song. We're not gonna take it. I would love to play the video, but they would probably pull it. But anyways, yeah, we're not gonna take it. We've been taking it for too long. And yes, please, share this, share the love, share the blessings, because you never know who you could help. And please let me know if you're struggling with anything. Do you need any guidance? How can we collectively help you? And I do have a few, I guess, some things that could help. All right. I do have a complimentary intuitive call, a 20-minute call. So if you're looking for that, you just put it in the message in the comments. If you're looking for the link, I will get you the link for that. As well, I do some things on YouTube, depending on where you are. There's an energy update for October that's out. Have a look at that. And we talk about, quite a few things. I mean, there were 3 themes, but really, we're seeing so many things unraveling right now. And unleash your soul's purpose. And I think it was Alan Cohen I saw today. He said the Thrive Tribe. So when he was talking about surviving, a cancer survivor, an abuse survivor, whatever it was, Holocaust survivor. He says, let's switch that to thriver. We are thriving. I'm a cancer thriver. I'm a domestic violence thriver, and I'm here to pay it forward, to be in service for others, to hold someone's hand and say, it's okay. I'm here for you. How can I help? What do you need? So this group is free. It's on Zoom, and we talk about meditations, we talk about chakras, intuition, or we just talk whatever happens to be going on in the week. But there's always a theme. It's a place to feel safe. It's a place to feel loved. It's a place to feel treasured and honored. It happens every Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific. So I hope to see you there. If you need the link for that, let me know. And as well, um, we have a Power of 8 group mentorship and Unleashing Your Magic. It's a one-on-one mentorship. So depending on how you want to work, it's amazing in a group setting. You have some fabulous lifelong friendships and lots of bonding that goes on. But really, you're going to discover in 8 weeks what your purpose is. And it's not a job or a title; it's a feeling. But if you go towards, say, "Oh, I want to be a yoga instructor," then go for it. Whatever it happens to be. Okay, that's really all that matters. All right. Yeah. Patty's just saying it will get to a point where one day you just leave. Yeah. And never look back. And through that show on the MAID, she, man, and it happened again last night. I haven't finished watching it, but just when she gets one step forward, like things start looking up for her, somebody comes along or something comes along and pulls her back. And boy, is she strong. All the stuff that she's been through, and then dealing with her mom, who has not been diagnosed, but I'm pretty sure she's bipolar, which is a struggle there all on itself. And then her partner has alcohol issues, so it's just yeah, it's wild. And you're caught in this catch 22 where let's say you haven't been working because you had your child and the baby, and in order to get a job you need experience, right? But then you might need a car to get there, and you need money, then you need daycare, and then you need a place to live, and in order to have a place to live you need a job. Do you see what I mean? So it make it very difficult to start and to get out, and we need to do a better job. There should be a place for everyone, depending whether you're homeless, there's some type of addiction going on, there's some type of abuse going on. Your basic human rights are food, water, and shelter. Three things: mind, body, spirit. Three things. And we're not doing a very good job. And, this makes me think of as I call it, Moby Dick, is to have a healing center, is to have acres of land, growing food, permaculture, animal rescue, people rescue, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, relationships, finances, all of it. Bring the kids into, because you know what? The kids, you got to start with the kids, because they really champion it forward. They really, they're the accelerators. They grab a hold of things, especially under the age of 7. Once you can instill a concept for them, boom, they're gone. They're gone. There is no ceiling. It's infinite what children can do. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much. Let me know if you have any other questions. I don't believe I'm missing anything. Yeah, talking about messages of love and light. Really, that's what we're here for. Do you have any topics or guests that you would like to see on the show or be on the show? Tell me about it. Send me a link, comment, whatever it happens to be. I'd love to have them on. We've definitely got more guests coming up in the next few weeks and months, booking into 2022. And yeah, so really, if you're hearing this and you're not sure if you should reach out, you're feeling hesitant, that is your soul telling you need to reach out, whatever it happens to be. Okay. I am going to do another solo show about Alzheimer's and dementia, because this is personally touching me right now. Um, my father, bless his heart, he's 73, and we're seeing signs right now, or I'm seeing the signs. I've been with them for a couple months, and let me tell you, it's not pretty. It's sad. Um, it's challenging. So, I am going to come back next month and talk about dementia and Alzheimer's. And yeah, it's anyways, I don't wish this on anyone, but the more that I'm diving into this, this is a global problem as well, and the stats are off the charts. In fact, I think they said any type of trauma, which seems to be everybody, any type of maybe a mental illness and alcohol combination, you are at a higher risk of having Alzheimer's and dementia. So that would I this is like 80% of the population. We're in trouble. That's all I have to say. We are in trouble. We are not equipped for this. And I think that's why globally we're coming together, because we all need to support each other in whatever we're going through, whether it's your kids, your pets, your mom or dad, whatever it is, brothers, sisters, um, workplace, acquaintances, all of it. We got to come together as a community and think outside the box, right? Come up with creative solutions. And they're not problems. Problems are opportunities. They're not roadblocks. And they won't be solved with the snap of a finger either. This happens when we collectively snap together, get it together, and work together. So I don't know about you, but I'm committed. I'm committed because, if you know better, you do better. And we absolutely know better. Okay. So, all right. Yeah. And bless you as well, Anne Marie. Thank you so much. And sending you lots of love and white light as well. And so much strength. Thank you. Thank you. And Marcia. Yeah, the topic would be awesome, and much needed talk and supporting one another. Yeah, that's why we're here. We're not, nothing is done alone. Um, Absolutely not. Not even, that journey up the mountain. There's always something along the way. You're never alone. Spirit is always around. I still see multiple hummingbirds a day, so I'm definitely getting lots of love and support. All right. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all. Oh, and I don't want to forget, and I did write this in my notebook, but I did have Don on the show last week, and he has given out 4 copies of his book, The Lens of Love, and the winners have been chosen. So congratulations, Madeline, Sherry, Stacy, and Wendy. I will send you all a message so you can get the link to download the ebook. And look out for, next week and every show. We tend to give something away. And today, I think we're just giving you lots of love, support, and lots of compassion, empathy, empathy. Yes, thank you, Patty. I am here for you guys, absolutely. And I love you too. I love you all. I love you all. And yes, congratulations, ladies. I will reach out to you. And please remember, healing begins where the ego ends. Take care.